It is lacking a steering wheel.
This is it.
What?
Henry's a hustler who loves a deal.
That's fantastic!
And he's got an eye for a bargain.
Very trendy.
And Sam's a mechanical genius
Smiling and smiling.
who's never seen a vehicle he can't fix.
Oh, mate! Let's do it!
Together they're touring the country searching out vintage classics to buy and restore.
Oh, God, blimey. That's lovely.
And once they've got their new wheels back on the road, they'll be taking on a series of iconic challenges that puts each of the vehicles to the ultimate test.
We have made the ascent. It's like touching the void.
Today, Henry and Sam attempt to restore a portable motorbike that unfolds from a suitcase.
Hop on, hop on.
If they can get it running, they can go on holiday, but it won't be easy.
Ah, look at that.
I'll just be leaving.
It's a typical day in the office. Sam's working on a bike while Henry waits for a phone call from a dealer called Liam.
Oh, that could be good.
Could be, couldn't it?
Yeah,
Hey?
get it.
Liam, how's it going, mate? Have you got any nice trinkets? What? A motorbike in a suitcase? Are you having a laugh? He's got a motorbike in a suitcase.
What, in bits?
Is it in bits? No, complete.
What kind of bike?
What kind of bike? What, it's got our name on it? Yeah, of course it is, that's why you're phoning. Genuinely, mate, what does it say on the side of it? A Centaur.
Never heard of it.
It's a motorbike that from a suitcase turns into a motorbike. Okay, well, look, you know, what are we doing tomorrow? Liverpool? Yeah, okay, all right, mate. Well, look, I'll call to confirm, but I reckon we should do it. Yeah, thanks for calling us first. I'm probably going to regret saying that, aren't I? All right, mate, see you later. Bye. Ferry across the Mersey?
Yeah, why
come
not?
on then. Let's go see you, mate. What else are we going to do? Try and fix this Norton Commando? Well, yeah.
So they're off in search of a mysterious bike that folds away into a suitcase. While Sam swots up on motorcycle history, Henry gets excited.
Now look, right, Liam's going to have everything. I can feel it. He's going to have a petrol pump. He's going to have everything possibly I would ever need.
He's one of the youngest dealers in the business, but he's already gained a reputation for having quirky taste and an eye for a rarity. Quite what his folding bike is going to look like, who knows, but there's only one way to find out. 5 hours later, they reach Liverpool.
Come on. I don't know why I'm so excited about this.
No.
Now look, the thing you need to know, right, apart from whatever bike this is in a small suitcase, Liam does have some other lovely trinkets.
All right.
Well, because you know, that's what he deals in, man. There's trinkets, there's pumps, there's all kinds. Come on, let's go. Liam?
Oh, how you doing, mate?
Good to see you, man. That's Sammy.
Hey, mate.
All right,
nice
yeah,
to meet you.
great.
See, look, Emporium. How come you're into all this stuff?
Oh, well, it's hard to say, really. Since I was 12, I just remember going down to the scrapyard, buying stuff. And then I finally got enough to buy a unit, and then it just got out of hand like this.
But isn't it a revelation to have a young person like Liam wheeling and dealing in the stuff that we love, because we're venerable?
Yeah, great.
Hey, now look, right, tell us about the suitcase bike.
Well, I got it in a job lot full of stuff, and I don't know too much about it, to be honest, but I knew it would be right up your street, so I thought I'd give you a call and see what you thought about it.
Hey, mate, that's fantastic. I think you hopefully may have come to the right place. Or at least we have, anyway. Where is it, mate? Down there?
Yeah, it's just through here.
Well, look, we'll have a look. Hey, do you fancy, it's been a long drive, mate.
I'll go
do you
put
know
it
what I
round
mean?
for you.
Cheers, mate.
All
A
right,
brew would be
cheers.
glorious. We'll see you in a sec.
See ya.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, my God. Mate, what? It's half a bike.
Yeah, that's weird. It's not what I expected.
It's a Centaur.
Oh yeah, you read the label. Nice. Look at that.
Oh,
Oh, look.
Blimey, it is a motor.
Hey, that's mad.
Look, there's a headlight, front end, handlebars, isn't it?
Can't see a front wheel.
Oh, hold that.
Ah,
I think that might be something to do with it. Really nice.
I think they were handmade, weirdly, for pilots or something, to go in aircraft, I seem to remember.
Hey, let's get it outside and have a good shifty, shall we?
Let's have a proper look.
Mate,
See if it's all
it's
here.
a flying suitcase bike. That's what it is. Nice, mate, nice.
The Centaur Suitcase bike was a typical piece of 1960s American ingenuity. Retailing at $379, a lot of money in those days, it was a go-anywhere bike, which could be folded away and taken on a boat or a plane. This one doesn't look as if it has been used for a very long time, but if anyone can get it running, it's these two.
Look at that.
Blimey, man, that is crazy. I have never seen anything like it. So you reckon it was for a plane or a pilot?
Just got this vague recollection of seeing an advert for these, and it was someone getting out of a little Cessna
Yeah.
with one in their hand.
The suitcase bike weighed in at 45 kilos, had a 3/4 gallon tank and could be assembled in less than 2 minutes.
I think that's it.
That's it, was it twist and go?
Yeah, I think so. Was that a brake? Yeah. So there's 2 brakes, so there's no clutch, so it must be just twist and go. Look, what's this we see here?
Oh my God, there's rear pegs. Hop on, hop on.
You see?
What do you reckon?
Well, we could really travel some on a bike like this.
Man, travel? We could go on holiday.
Did you say holiday? What, like time off?
Well, we'd not necessarily be time off. It's more like a sort of convoluted test ride.
Oh, you mean I'll be constantly spannering a broken scooter all day?
Well, that's up to you, son. Do you know what I mean? Suitcase goes there. Mate, it's crazy. I wonder how much he wants for it. What do you think we should bid on it?
Very little.
500 quid? Come on then.
Cool.
You should have made the tea by now. Can I just park it like that?
I think so. I
Can
don't
I
think it's
just leave
fussy.
it? Go on then.
So what's it going to set Henry back? A small wad of 50s or a whole suitcase of cash?
That's a good brew, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey?
I haven't
Nice.
tried it yet.
How much would you say you'd want for that?
Well, I was after 1,200 for it.
I was thinking more sort of the 800-y, kind of 750-ish mark.
Oh, I couldn't go near that.
Can we say, look mate, I'm taking my glove off. Let's call it $1,000. And I'll tell you what, to soften the blow a bit, why don't we say $1,000 as long as I buy something else?
Yeah, I can do that. Do a deal.
We haven't told him what we're going to buy either.
Hey! He hasn't told you the price.
No. Oh, yeah, that's true. We're just going to have a giggle with
It'll
it,
be
do
fun.
it up a bit, and we'll have a laugh, won't
It's
we?
a very unusual item.
Yeah, you can't pass up something like this, and you're right, it was spot on for us actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, now look, mate, I'm going to take my tea, and I'm going to have a rummage around with Sammy. All right, mate, we'll see you in a
Okay,
little
see
bit.
you.
All right.
Liam's unit is a cornucopia of clutter. For Henry and Sam, it's heaven.
That's you and me. Look, hey, that's very smiley hippie-like.
Yeah.
And that's me scared.
Liam's got all kinds of pumps, from vintage tyre pumps to early skeleton petrol pumps. But the pump that Henry has spotted is on a slightly bigger scale.
I saw it the minute I came in. Just position yourself about there-ish, right? Okay. Now, it's a Beck meter, right? It's a tall one, and
That's rough as rats.
no, but it's solid, mate.
Beck meters are much sought after. Fully restored and painted, they go for £3,000 upwards.
You're obsessed with petrol
I
pumps.
can't help it, mate. It's a disease. Look at the nice chrome cowl here, like overhang canopy type thing. Come on, let's see if Liam will do us a deal. Hey, do you know what I mean? Shall I go and get him?
So the suitcase bike costs £1,000, but will Liam pump up the prices for the Beck meter?
Now, Liam, how much is it?
It is 1,300.
Could I do a grand for that, mate? Obviously, I did say because we'd done $1,000 for the bike, it would seem churlish not to do $1,000 for both, each, £2,000.
I could do 1,200. Let's do a deal.
Come on, mate.
Great.
2,200 of your finest British pounds. All right.
You happy with that?
You're making him happy, so...
Yeah, mate. Look at that.
Fine.
Grin all day, mate. Yeah.
So what a day. A 1960s folding motorbike and some 1930s automobilia. For Henry and Sam, it's £2.5 grand well spent. Coming up, Henry and Sam strip down their suitcase bike.
If this works, I'm going to stand outside and sing a song.
And devise a cunning plan to repurpose their petrol pump in a totally unexpected way.
This is going to be good.
Bike nuts Henry Cole and Sam Lovegrove have just been up to Liverpool, where they bought themselves a motorbike which folds out from a suitcase.
Nice, mate, nice. To find a suitcase bike that I've never seen in like 30 years of trying, that's got to be a result.
It was amazingly easy to put together. I mean, you could see in use, it only takes a couple of minutes to turn it from a suitcase to a bit of fantastic transportation.
To Sam's disgust, they've also come away with £1,200 worth of vintage petrol pump.
It's a dirty, great big, ugly old, solid lump of a scrap petrol pump. What is he thinking?
Now both items are back at Henry's gaff, ready for restoration.
Whoa. Do you think that's bigger than we thought it was?
More like a phone box than a petrol pump, isn't it?
Yeah, do you think you can get in it? It's a small TARDIS.
You could rent it out around here.
I've got a plan for that. We'll do with that later.
All right.
Suitcase bike.
Thank you.
Suitcase! So am I right in saying, this was used in light aircraft as transportation when the pilot got to wherever they were going?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so from places, rural areas of America, you'd have landed your plane in the middle of a field. You'd need to get into town or wherever you needed to go. So.
Oh yeah, see, I keep forgetting that it was actually ostensibly American.
Yeah.
Right. So even if you landed at one end of the field, that was 20 miles to the other end.
Yeah, absolutely. And very little infrastructure. You think places like Alaska or Canada or something.
I could just see myself on this with you, man. Perhaps at some holiday destination. So look, I think that is the challenge, isn't it? Right? We've got to get this going, test ride it, restore it, do what we do with it.
Yeah.
But then you and I need to go on a holiday together on it.
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate experience with this is to get away with it just representing your luggage.
Hey, how exciting is that, man? We can plan our holiday, but before we do that, we better get it going.
Task number 1 is to check the ignition. If it's working properly, when they pull the starter cord, the spark plug should spark.
All right, so shall I pull it so you can see? Yeah, ready?
Take 1.
No.
Oh, just thought it could be easy today.
There's no sign of a spark, so next they disassemble the engine to check the rest of the mechanism.
Cam in the middle of the rotor that opens the switch that is the points. At the same time, the magnet in the flywheel passes this bundle of wires, generates a large current, and as the earth releases, it lets the current go through the plug lead, creates the spark.
Sam cleans the points and they get ready to try again. Take 2. Nothing. Take 3. Even less.
All right, let's take it apart again.
Sam gets all technical, testing the ignition circuit with a multimeter, but then Henry has an even brighter idea.
Can I suggest something? And forgive me, right? And I know it's against our principles.
Yeah.
Shall I read the instructions out?
Yeah.
To start engine, fully open gas tap and gas tap breather valve. Remove scooter from centre stand, where we kind of done all that. Place choke handle in start position.
Yeah. What?
Switch ignition located headlamp to on position.
What?
Seriously, man, I can't believe...
What? There's no switches on there.
Oh yes, there are, Sam.
Oh, they're tiny. Oh, you're kidding.
Would you believe there's an ignition switch? Thank God I read the instructions.
As soon as we found that tiny switch, I knew we'd get it running. Is that it?
Well, it's on now.
Hang on, let me just test this for continuity. Yeah, that's better.
Mate, after all that chat,
Sam puts the casing back on and they get ready for the fourth and hopefully final test. Fingers crossed.
if this works, I'm gonna
Read the instructions from now on.
I'm gonna stand outside and sing a song.
All right, go.
I still don't believe there's gonna be much of it.
Ah, look at that.
I'll just be leaving.
It was a huge dirty great spark. Bingo.
Oh, I love to love, but my baby just loves to dance.
Now they know the ignition works, they should be able to get the engine up and running. But first they have to take off the fuel tank. Give it a thorough clean out, fill it up with fresh fuel, and learn the value of patience. Perseverance, and sheer persistence.
Yes! I'll open the door!
Ninth time lucky, the Centaur is up and kicking.
Okay.
What happened there?
I just tried to take off. We did a bit of a burnout.
Oh, did we? But it works!
I don't know if that's exhaust smoke or tyre smoke.
Look at that skid mark there. Did it try and traverse off into oblivion?
It's got some power.
Has it? I bet it has. It needs it to up. All right, so basically it's running.
Yeah.
Why don't we get some fresh air and do a bit of petrol pumpage?
All right.
We'll just leave it to clear.
Yeah.
So after 2 hours, they've done the hard part. The engine's running and the shed has been fumigated at no extra cost. Next challenge, the petrol pump.
Now look, right, this is going to be good. Why don't we strip out all the gubbins inside, and then instead of having a pipe here, there's a wire. And that wire goes like this to one of those Carlos Fandangi electric hybrid vehicles.
Oh, nice. So an EV charging station.
I beg your pardon, what?
Electric vehicle charging station.
Oh, okay, electric vehicle charging station. Bang on, mate, what do you reckon?
I'm really surprised. I think that's great. Really good idea, cunning plan.
Because I think this could be the prototype to make us multi-millionaires.
I think we'll just make the one and be happy with it.
Yeah, right, mate. Perhaps I'm just sort of about 15 steps ahead there of imagining us on a Caribbean beach going, how many pumps have you done, Derek? Okay, so look, the first thing to do surely is take the sides off and strip out all the umpshka we don't need.
Yeah, fine. Don't call me Shirley.
Nicely.
Yeah, we're away.
To convert the petrol pump, they're going to have to make plenty of room for an electric charging unit. So first they take off the main panels and then piece by piece gut the interior.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from a mini Exxon Valdez moment,
A little bit of an environmental disaster. I think we better get some mopping up kit.
it all comes off relatively easily. The exterior needs to be resprayed, but before it goes to Daz's paint shop, Sam gets out his hammer and dolly to do a quick bit of panel beating. But with the skies clouding over and a spring wind blowing,
That's my hat.
the challenge is to get the work done before it chucks down.
Take it in.
Yeah. We'll go the whole way, shall we?
Yeah.
So rain has stopped play, but for Henry and Sam,
We're going
it's
in.
a good
Yeah.
first day's restoration. Next morning, it's D-Day for the suitcase bike.
It kind of looks like a roadkill, doesn't it, from this angle?
It's the antlers.
Do you think we should have a practice holiday for about half a mile?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you sure about this?
Got to start somewhere. Get on, get on! Think holiday thoughts!
We're all going on a summer holiday. No, don't do that!
I'm just getting.
Weave!
I'm just warming the tyres up!
Don't do that!
I'm
That's
wa-
scary on the back out!
I'm warming the tyres up!
No, Sam, just behave yourself.
According to the manufacturer's blurb, the Centaur had a 5-horsepower engine, a carrying capacity of 400 pounds, and could run for 100 miles on a single tank. Its top speed was a brisk 40 miles per hour. Not that this Centaur seems to know it.
Hello! Hello! I tell you something, going uphill will be an issue.
There needs to be somewhere flat. Come on!
What a great test ride. I'll tell you what, the engine does need a little bit more fettling, but basically it goes, it's amazing. Stop it!
Hey!
That is the most extraordinary thing I think I've ever been on the back of.
It's quite slow, isn't it?
It's exceptionally slow. How fast do you reckon we were doing?
Oh, 7 miles per hour, maybe 8.
There is a bit of a...
Bit play in the road.
Probably, yeah. I think it's probably the road surface, especially when you went over the middle with all those stones and stuff.
I was just prepping for an off-road experience. I was imagining, you know, we might end up somewhere like
In the bushes.
Tenerife and somewhere volcanic, you know, high up, high altitude.
I think you're pushing your luck, mate. Eh? I think the closest we could get is the Isle of Wight. And that would be a long ride. Round the Isle of Wight, obviously, after we put it on a plane and fly there.
Has the Isle of Wight got any volcanoes?
It's quite a point, we should find out. Should we go home?
Coming up, while Henry blings up the suitcase bike, Sam discovers the secret of its automatic transmission.
This is the cleverest bit of engineering I think I've seen in 10 years.
And the transformation of the petrol pump reaches a glorious climax.
Do you know this is one of your best ideas ever?
I'm quite chuffed with myself.
Henry and Sam are restoring a 1960s novelty, a suitcase that transforms into a motorbike.
Now, I'll tell you what, right? This is the craziest motorcycle I've ever seen.
They've just done a test ride and now Henry wants to take it away on holiday.
The idea of riding anywhere other than a scrapyard on this thing fills me with terror.
As a side dish, they're also planning to transform a vintage petrol pump into an electric vehicle charging point.
For once, Henry has had a truly inspired idea. That's pretty amazing.
First task today, bling up the bike and get it running more smoothly.
Come on then, tea's on, the sun is shining, and I'm feeling in the mood, the holiday mood. Hey, but we've got a little bit of work to do, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, it's pretty grotty looking still.
Yeah, okay, so look, full resto today, right? I've got some chrome bits to show you.
Really?
Yes. And then also, once we've done that, we can get on with the petrol pump.
And I can talk to you about the clutch. That was a mystery.
How many clutch plates has it got?
None.
Now look, right, it may not look much, but I've got some things to cheer you up.
It looks worse than the last time I saw it.
Look, look.
Oh!
I mean, they're quality, aren't they?
They're lovely.
Hey, they're gonna... Now, if you think that's exciting, Wight grips.
Hey, they're great.
What do you think?
Yeah, really nice.
Now, once I've got to work with a little bit of Baco foil on the yoke and the lamp, and we've cleaned it all up, you've got some issues. So you get on with the clutch and all those kind of bits.
Carburetor, little.
Oh yeah, quick carb
Managed
rebuild.
to find a rebuild kit.
Have you?
Go through that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, look, mate. I mean, we're moments away from going on holiday, in my view.
Yeah, moments, many of them.
Yeah, many moments.
Henry gives the yoke a once-over with a wire brush and then rubs a little polish into the headlamp. But the real magic happens when he enlists a well-known kitchen essential.
Tin foil, water. There is a chemical reaction that goes between the tin foil and the chrome.
Really?
Look,
Wow.
it's not going to be like it's been re-nickeled or chromed like we've just done with the handlebars, but still,
That looks great.
it's got a bit of original patina.
I like that.
Isn't it?
Right.
Nice.
I'm going to rebuild the carb, get on with
You
some
get on with
technical.
it. Hey, nice one, Sammy.
While Henry carries on with the clean-up, Sam rebuilds the bike's carburettor.
During the test ride, it kept cutting out. Every time I opened the throttle, the carburettor diaphragm was really worn out.
He has also done a lot of work on the Centaur's automatic transmission. During the test ride, it was so rusted up, it wouldn't change gear. But now Sam has freed the mechanism and discovered its secret.
You know it wouldn't go faster than 10 mile an hour? There's a belt drive to the wheel. This is the pulley for the belt. it was seized outwards like this.
Yeah.
So the belt was running in the bottom of the pulley.
Right.
To change gear,
Yeah.
the pulley's supposed to close.
Yeah,
so the
right.
belt comes up to the outside. I took it off,
Yeah.
and when I shook it, it didn't sound very good. And then it really surprised me when
Yeah.
the only screw I could find was this little one on the side. This is the cleverest bit of engineering I think I've seen in 10 years.
Do you know, can I just stop you for a sec? I'm actually becoming interested.
Yeah?
Yeah, go on. No, I am.
I'm glad you told me. So I took the little screw off and thought that doesn't hold anything on. And I tipped it upside down, and it's full of lead shot.
Oh my God.
When it's running slowly, the belt falls to the middle because the belt's pulling tightly, pushes the pulley back. As it starts to rotate at speed, the shot flings out. And there's a little funnel shape here. So as it flings out, it runs out of space, pushes the pulley together. I mean, it's so simple. It's like proper American farmer technology.
Engineering lesson over, Henry's next task is to paint a few parts of the bike that are too far gone to be cured with a ball of Baco foil. First he sprays the forks with some rattle can silver, then he moves on to the front wheel.
The key to any of this is don't do what I normally do, which is get overexcited and put too much on and make it run. But prep it properly, and I've sanded that down with wire wool, etc., and got rid of as much surface rust as possible. And then the finish, as long as you don't do a Henry and make it run by getting over exuberant, is rather lovely.
While Henry's doing the suitcase bike, the petrol pump has gone out to Daz's paint shop for a full-blown respray. The body of the pump and the panels have already been shot blasted and primed, and now Daz is trying to sort out all the little imperfections.
There's a few scarring marks and that, but I'm no miracle worker, but I'll do my best with what we've got here. So yeah, fine. It's looking good so far. I'm just going to knock this off a little bit more, and then we're going to prime it.
After masking off all the brass elements, Daz sprays on a second primer coat of acrylic paint. And then once it's dried, he gives it a light sanding to prepare the surface for the main coat.
On the primer, you've got some little imperfections on it where it's just stood up. So this is knocking all the imperfections down, so it's really nice and smooth for me. And then obviously the top coat then would lay down nice and smooth. And that's what we're trying to do.
Henry, meanwhile, tries a top tip for restoring plastic panels. Use kitchen cleaner.
The trick is with plastic, supposedly, and that one's come up beautiful.
Really
Look
nice.
at that languishing there, is to do this. And then Sammy abrasively brushes it with a tough brush. And amazingly, it is actually getting rid of the ground-in dirt. What does it call it?
I think
Self.
it is sink cleaner.
Hard surfaces cleaner, do not swallow.
Back at the paint shop, Daz is now mixing up the colour for the top coats.
Cream and red, strawberries and cream. Goes well, I think.
First he sprays the body cream, again using acrylic paint. Then he moves on to the front and rear panels.
That's nice. I do like that.
For this colour, he has added a little paint thinners to the pot to give the red a glossier sheen. He does a double coat for each colour and then signs off for the day.
Well, I think I've done all right there, lads. That's it. Got to let them dry off, and then I can do the black tomorrow.
Next morning, the pump rebuild begins. First, they mount a brand new pair of dials that Henry's had fabricated and screen printed. Sam, bless his tie-dyed socks, has brought up some vintage screwdrivers for their vintage screws. Back in the shed, they unpack the front and rear panels from their bubble wrap cocoons.
Oh, yes, please.
Nothing phases Sam. When he notices some kinks in the chrome trim, he panel beats them flat with 2 cast-off pieces of wood.
Like an operating theatre, isn't it?
It is, mate, scalpel. If you were unconscious
Yeah.
and someone had to sew you up after sorting something out, and I had an instruction manual and you were half conscious lying there, would you open your eyes and think, I'm in safe hands, Henry's here?
Careful, Sam.
If that was the only option we had, I think I'd be all right with it, yeah.
Oh, mate, thank you. I think if you were doing it, I'd think, oh, great, just make the stitch just a nice bit smoother there like that. Be lovely.
It's not enough just to smarten up the outside. If it's going to work as an electric charging station, they need to figure out the wiring.
Okay, so cable comes out of here,
Yep,
right?
yep,
Yeah?
yep.
And then what?
Well, I reckon, immediately,
Yeah.
this looks quite a lot like a filling nozzle. I reckon I can make a nice bracket
Yeah.
that bolts on here, and it could sit like the original hose.
Sam grabs his tin snips, cuts the shape out, and in just a few hours has welded it, painted it, and fitted it to the pump's carcass.
Mate, it just looks so pro. And you can call the cables on the little bit where the hose would go.
Not bad, eh?
Mate, that's fantastic. For a skeleton, that's got quite a lot of flesh on it.
Yeah, could use a bit more skin though. Should we,
Yeah, shall we adorn it with skin?
let's get them.
Yeah.
The beautifully painted panels are next to go on. Henry forgets to wear gloves and pays the price.
Seriously.
You got it?
The work continues though, and 10 minutes later, they step back to admire.
Oh, that's really
That's
nice.
great, isn't it?
That's fantastic. Really good.
Hasn't even got the orb on it yet. Da, 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 da. Do you like it?
Yeah? Hurry up, it's about to rain.
Knowing me,
Knowing you.
it could just fall off. Or I could. Quick! Now, I admit it needs a bit of securing.
This way.
There?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's pretty amazing. Come and have a look. Yeah?
I'm coming.
That is really, really something, isn't
That
it?
is something else, you're right, mate. Hey?
I like it.
And when the top light is finally switched on, it's big grins all round.
Do you know, this is one of your best ideas ever. It's the fact it's a petrol pump for electric vehicles. I love it.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm quite chuffed with myself. But, as always, mate, it would have only been a pipe dream if you hadn't been around. Back panel.
As the last panel goes on, hustler Henry starts to think how he might recoup his cash.
Now, you and I know someone who's got an electric Range Rover thing.
Oh, yeah. Spence.
Spencer, my dear boy, has an electric Range Rover.
Yeah.
Now, he's going to come around tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
We're going to plug it up, see if he likes it. And do you know what? I might just be able to shift it if he likes it a lot.
We should be able to charge him enough.
Ah, tea on you.
Coming up, Henry and Sam get their folding bike airborne.
Sir, would you like,
What?
small aperitif?
But their day in the sun turns out to be not what it seems.
It's never quite as straightforward as it's meant to be with you, is it? It's always a deal.
Henry and Sam have been restoring a 1960s suitcase bike and converting a vintage petrol pump into an electric vehicle charging station.
That's fantastic. Really good.
They've got the bike up and running, but Henry wants to sell the pump to recoup their costs and make a little pocket money for their holiday. So everything depends on what Henry's friend Spence makes of it.
Oh, Spencer's here, mate. He's just come so I could just plug it in, see if it works in his Range Rover.
Oh yeah, don't forget to charge him.
Spence!
Spence is a regular client and a big spender. If he likes it, Henry might get lucky.
What do you reckon?
My word, lad, you've been busy. This is amazing. Extraordinary.
Look, don't sound so excited. Get the flap
Should we do
open.
it?
Right, okay, so look, right, old petrol pump from the 30s has been transformed. You ready for this?
Go for it.
Look, watch. Ready? Look, the lights are on.
Business. Is it going to go green?
I have
Good God.
it. What do you think?
It works. I love it.
Do you think it's
sell
really
it?
cool?
Did you sell it?
What?
Did you sell it? So I could do with one of these at home.
Spence, can
look
I
nice.
just say, you don't have to come here all the time to buy things.
I've got a few of your bits and pieces. But this would look special, I have to say. It's great. How much?
Well, I don't know. I'll just find out from Samuel. Okay, hang on. Oh. He wants to buy it.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Now then, hang on. How much did it cost us? 1,200 quid for the petrol pump, wasn't it? 250, 200 for the globe? Call it 1,800.
Yeah, we got the charger, the glass, the chrome plate, the faces. That's it, isn't it?
Is it?
Cables, light bulbs.
Fuck. Call it 6 grand. We'll
Good
give
luck.
it a go. Why not, hey? He's a property developer. I want 6 grand for it, Spence.
Holy cow.
Mate,
Might
look,
have
it's
to,
taken
yeah.
an awful lot of resto, right? And, you know, there's an awful lot of equipment in it. I'll take a bid, mate.
Well, do you know, I think I might be able to get away with 5.5 with the wife, I think. Do you think?
Yeah, mate, I think that's a really good idea.
Do you think I'll end up with a divorce? Hopefully not.
Hey, if you do, you can always come and live here. I mean, I could just get Alan Milliard out of that shed.
Yeah, true.
What do you
Good.
think? Mate, thank you. I'll have it wrapped and sent to your house.
Perfect.
Cheers, Spence.
Good man.
Love you, mate. You're always here for a deal.
So,
I had to do a little bit of a deal.
have you overcharged?
Yeah, 5.5 grand.
Oh, nice
Mate,
work.
we are wedged up. Do you know what that means?
We're going to the Mediterranean.
In a roundabout way, but wherever we're going, we're holding the folding. Watch your fingers. Nice.
I'm gonna kill you.
Look, it's not what it seems, right? Okay. My mate Steve, admittedly, he used to be Barry Sheen's teammate, but he's got a little plane, all right? And look, we get the bike in the back, no problem at all. It's all sweet, mate.
Steve Parrish.
Top rider Steve Parrish was a 1980s wild man, famous for his daring style. Now apparently he's a reformed character.
He's now a pilot, he's responsible. Now he has a quiet life flying his funny little plane. All right, and it's just a little hop to the Isle of Wight from here into Weston.
This is going to take me quite a while to understand the words that have just come into my cavity of a head.
Yes, you heard right. Instead of flying off to the Mediterranean, Henry's arranged a day trip to Queen Victoria's favourite island, the Isle of Wight. Courtesy of Steve Parrish.
All right, mate. Steve, Sammy.
But more about that later.
He's normal. He is normal.
Is that tennis racket or a fly swatter? It's a fly swatter.
All ready?
Yes, mate.
Sure.
Don't be worried.
He doesn't look it. Come on, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Don't worry.
So, stage 1 of their holiday challenge has been completed successfully. They found a pilot to take them and their suitcase bike on a short flight.
So, we're on the plane, and we've got our little motorbike in the back. Steve's taking us to the Isle of Wight. The sun's shining. What's not to like? Oh, yeah. I feel like Biggles.
It's a brief hop over the Solent, but this is no budget airline.
In a minute, I'll be passing through the cabin with some refreshments. Sir, would you like small aperitif? Just keep your eyes on the road.
Oh, red one.
50 minutes later, Plummet Airways touches down.
Now, mate, there we go, look. We've arrived. Now, come on, tell me you enjoyed that little trip.
That was nice, yeah, nice experience. And look, the sun is out.
Yeah, and Steve, I mean, he's not that crazy, is he?
Well, you got us here.
Steve, thank you so much, mate.
Absolute pleasure. We haven't done the accounts or anything.
No, don't worry, we know where it's at, don't we? Yeah, sweet as. Now look, right, I've cut a deal with Steve to pay for the flight. He's doing a book tour over on the island, and I'll hand out a few leaflets. But don't tell Sam. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks. Have a lovely time,
Hey,
boys.
look, be lucky.
Don't worry
Hey.
about me.
What?
How are we getting home?
Can we start it?
Yeah. All right.
Come on then, let's start it. We're on. The holiday starts here, Sammy. You ready?
Ever ready?
Holiday! Yeah! Cheers, Steve!
So it's stage 2 of their Centaur challenge. Can they spend the whole day on the bike without any breakdowns, mechanical or nervous?
Apparently the Isle of Wight is the sunniest county in Britain.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is today, isn't it?
Oh mate, it's just fantastic. You and me on our little suitcase bike that fits in a light aircraft. What more do you want, son?
And the answer to that is a third test for the Centaur. They've proved it can get on and off a plane, but can it survive being shaken and stirred in the goods van of a vintage railway?
So look, right, planes, yeah,
Yeah.
trains,
Yeah.
and, well, automobiles.
Kinda.
Should we load it then?
Yeah, all right.
Come on then. Are you all right, mate? There we go. Oh, there we go. Wait a sec. Oh, look at that. Sammy, you've got the sharp end. We could just lean it against here.
The Isle of Wight Steam Railway is a local institution, carrying 115,000 passengers a year. It's also a great place for Henry to do his first bit of payback for Steve.
Oh, look, there's some sheep coming in a minute and a tunnel. Watch out for that.
All right. It's lovely. There's bluebells.
Yeah, no, it's good. Boys, just wonder whether I could... He's just coming in November, Steve Parish tour. Yeah? Good. Just keep those to yourselves, all right? Okay. We should restore a steam engine one day. What do you think?
Yeah? Sounds good. And then live on it.
Put those away, lads. Thank you. Right, hang on, Sammy. I'm there.
6 minutes later, they arrive at Wootton Station.
You got him? Yeah, we got him. That's it. Lovely.
The Centaur has passed its third test, rolling off the train like a seasoned commuter. For its fourth and final challenge, Henry has planned something special, a ride out with some mates.
Now then, do you fancy a little trip to see my mate Vince?
Yeah, sounds good.
I thought we might go out for a ride with people on some motorcycles. So welcome to Vince's Emporium. There he is, look. Aha! Vince!
Wow.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. That looks good.
Well, it's kind of good from far, but far from good, probably. We've had a few issues, haven't we?
Yeah, it's coming together.
But we're here on holiday,
You
Vince.
came down the road,
And we've got
well,
to come and
good
pop
to
in and
see
say
you.
hello. This is
Yes.
Sammy.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Nice to be here.
Now, Sam, Vince has an emporium.
Now, this is a holiday surprise I didn't expect. Look at this
Mate,
lot.
a little shed rummage. And why
Yes.
don't you?
And there's a lot to rummage.
Vince is an old pal of Henry's. His shop is chock full of bikes as well as odds and ends of all description. It's also an ideal place to distract Sam.
Now, I've just seen something caught my eye for the journey home.
While Henry does a little more payback.
Now, boys. Okay, now look, right. Look, Steve Parish on tour. Right, Steve Parish on tour. Right, take a leaf for it. Tell your friends.
His second retirement tour, or?
I think it probably could be his third.
Yeah.
Okay, but just keep it away from so it doesn't know. Right, okay, I'll just go in there and pretend. Oh, God, no, don't put them away. Right, boys, hey, look, I'll see you in a little minute.
See you in a bit.
Oh, have you bought something?
I found childhood revisited. How much are these?
Those?
Yeah. Tenner?
Just for you.
I know
don't
what's
give
coming
change.
next. I know what's coming next.
Look
Vince.
at that, lovely. That's nice.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, he's actually paid you.
Yeah.
What, in cash?
These are mine.
Yeah.
Is it dry?
It's a bit,
How are we
feels a
going to
bit
fit
sticky.
those on the bike?
These will go on my coat. Don't worry about that.
No, they won't. I'll be holding them, won't I?
Thanks. Nice offer.
The lads out there below, they're nice people. We thought we might go for a ride out, what do you reckon? I mean, we may be a little slow. They may have to stay in first gear, but it could be nice.
Yeah, great.
Yeah?
And we're off!
So what a glorious end to a glorious day. Not only have Sam and Henry managed to keep their folding bike running, but for the first time in its history, a Centaur is leading out a pack of wild, crazy bikers, or at least a few old geezers from the Isle of Wight.
Oh mate, this is it.
After 3 miles in the saddle, Sam and Henry reach the top of Brading Downs and say goodbye to the wild bunch.
Cheers lads. What lovely people. Oh yes. Check out the views.
It's the highest point on the east of the island, a fitting end to their trip and a final opportunity for hustler Henry.
Hey, that's a weird coincidence. Hang on a minute. You put that there. Is that why he gave us a lift?
Yes.
So we're actually on an errand.
Look, the deal was straightforward. He gives us a lift over here, right? I'll hand out the odd leaflet. You weren't meant to see that, I'm sorry.
It's never quite as straightforward as it's meant to be with you, is it? It's always a deal, hey?
Well, of course, mate, that's what I do. I live and breathe it, son. Hey, I'll tell you something, though. The good news, we got complimentary tickets to the gig. The bad news, though, I'm afraid, is we're going to have to ride home.
All the way home on that?
But you can read your magazines. Grab those. Come on, let's go.
It's going to take forever.
Come on.